As we all know, life has always its own plan. He might not want to come back. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. First of all, thank you all so very much for all the incredible response on my last video actually, which was on moving back from London to India. Honestly, when I uploaded that video, I never expected that these many people will watch it, relate to it, and send such lovely messages. We got so many comments on YouTube, messages on Instagram, and people who have our numbers, they have messaged us personally in WhatsApp. So thank you all once again for all the love and good wishes. And as you can see, today's video is little unusual for me. I generally don't do this sit down videos. I am much more comfortable in showing places, traveling, cooking, and sharing moments through vlogs, because so many people asked us that why did we move back, the reason and all. There were so many questions in the messages, comments, everywhere. So I thought, why not to make a sit down video which will be easy for me and easy for others also to understand the back of our story. Many of you have asked so many questions. Most likely the repetitive questions are like, why did we move back almost after 8 years, and why suddenly, and was there any visa issue, whether we have applied for ILR or not, whether we have citizenship or not, what about our jobs, how our son is going to manage, and there are so many other questions as well. There are many questions that, did we think whether this move is a right decision or not? So today I'll try to answer all of them as honestly as possible. So let's begin. So let's start from the beginning. When we got the opportunity to move to London several years ago, we were so excited. Of course, like everyone else. We thought it was a wonderful opportunity, both professionally and personally. We thought we would go and experience life in a new country, travel, especially explore Europe, and we'll see the growth there, and probably we'll come back in few years. If I'm being honest, when initially we moved, we thought in back of our mind, it was always there that okay, we will explore the new place, we will explore the opportunities, but eventually after few years, maybe after 2 years, maybe after 3 years, or after few years, we will definitely come back to India. That was the rough plan. But as we all know, life has always its own plan. So 1 year became 2, 2 became 5, and finally it became 7.5 years. During the 7.5 years, we built a life there. Our son grew up. He made his first friend there. He made lots of friends actually there, and he had a completely different type of life there. When he went from here, he was crawling. He was not even 1. So we celebrated all his birthdays till now in London. He literally started talking, started walking, everything in London. We made amazing friends there. So London became home for us for these many years. But even after these many years, one thing which has never changed is our thinking of our entire family is back in India. Our parents, siblings, my nieces, our cousins, relatives, everyone. Even though they live in different cities, we always felt that if we were in India, we would visit them more often, celebrate festivals together, all the special occasions together, and simply spend more time with them. The son started growing up. We were thinking of this moment from last few years more seriously. We felt that if we wanted to go back to India, then this is probably the right time. One thing I have understood, that children are more adaptable than the adults. They adjust much more faster than the adults. We felt that if we would have stayed for another 5-6 years there and then decided to move back, it might become much more harder, difficult for him. He might not want to come back, or he might find it very difficult, the school curriculum, the complete different life here. Of course, nobody knows what would have happened. But based on our experience, we thought this is the right decision to come back now only. Now coming to one of the most frequently asked question is there any visa problem? The answer is no. Thankfully, we never had any visa issues, I was on a skilled worker visa, and Devasis had his own visa also, and everything was absolutely fine. In fact, many people assumed that we might have some immigration issues. Otherwise, why anyone would prefer to come back to India after these many years? But that was not the case at all. This is completely a planned and personal decision. Another question is about the ILR or citizenship. The question was, did we apply for it? We did not apply for ILR so far. Actually, for us, the ILR is due after few months. But because we have already decided and made up our mind, that's why we didn't think through that route at all. Many people actually suggested us to get the ILR first and then decide. And honestly, that is a great advice also. But then we thought, anyhow, we have to come back. Because we have already decided we had to come back, then why ILR? Why citizenship? And honestly, I feel human beings are greedy. We all are greedy. So we thought if we get the ILR, then we might think again. We might postpone that plan of coming back. We might think always that, okay, let's stay for another 1 year or another year. And by the time we finally plan, my son might not agree to come back. He might have his own saying that he might have his own life completely there. He might grow up, and by the time we plan, he would be in school, high school or in university, and definitely he would not agree by that time. That's why we just stayed focused with our decision and we came back, and that's the only reason we did not apply for ILR. Also, maintaining that if we get the ILR and come back, maintaining that status is little difficult, we thought, because we need to go to the UK once in every 2 years, and that might be difficult for us to maintain. That's the reason we just kept it simple. Now let's talk about our job. Many people asked or thought that maybe we have resigned or we have lost our job, but thankfully that is not the case. Devasis has originally moved from India to UK through his organization. That's why it was easy for him to come back. For me, I was fortunate enough that my employer agreed and supported my transfer from UK to India. And I'm genuinely grateful to my employer and all the seniors who supported this transfer and the transition from UK to India very smoothly. I'm always grateful to them. I know not everyone gets such an opportunity, so I feel I'm truly blessed, and I'm really grateful to everyone who supported me on this. Now let's come to the next question, which probably people mostly worried about, that what about our son? How did he agree to come back? Now after coming back, how is he adjusting? To be honest, this part was very simple. From the beginning, from the time he was in the UK, we had already told him always that our entire family is in India. He always speak to his grandparents, his cousins, everyone over video call, and he has that emotional connection. He had visited India multiple times before in last few years, so he had that emotional connection. So it was easy for him to understand why we are coming back. India was not an unknown place at all for him. He knows each and everyone from our family, most of our family very closely. He has met them, he has spoken to them endless amount of time. That's why it was very easy for him to understand why we are coming back. When we told him, of course he had some questions, but then he accepted it really well. Whether he was emotional or not, definitely he was emotional, but overall he accepted it well. The next question was, how is he adjusting now? Honestly, he's adjusting really well and better than me actually. We are extremely grateful for our family and friends here. My sister and her family are around. We have such very good close family friends. So from the first day, he has children around him to play. He has people around him to talk. He had family members to spend time with. And honestly, that support system made a huge difference. Also, we planned accordingly that he could go to the school from the first day of the session. That's why he made some good friends now, and he has some friends in the society. That's why he adjusted well. Now that my sister stays nearby, so of course every weekend, as soon as the weekend comes, he tells that, okay, let's go to Masi's home. So that's his motivation now. The next question is, does he miss London? Of course, yes. London is like home for him. He has grown up there, he has all his friends there. He told that he missed his friends, he's missing his school, his teachers, everyone. And as much as possible, we are trying to make him talk to his friends over video call. But at the same time, he's enjoying his new life here. Now let's address another question. The question is, did we not like London? And the answer is absolutely not. Not only we loved London. I personally loved London. And I want to make it very clear. Some people assume that if someone lives for certain years, 7-8 years in a country and comes back, probably they don't like that country, that place. But for us, it is absolutely not. We loved that place. We loved the country, the city where we lived, the surrounding, the friends we made, the park, the environment, the air quality, the work-life balance, everything I loved. I loved the cleanliness, the public transport system, especially the TFL. Most importantly, I loved the friendship we built there. London gave us some of the best memories, some of the best years of our life, which we will never forget. But liking a place and choosing to stay for the next phase of your life is completely two different things. For us, spending time with our family became a bigger priority. We wanted our parents to visit us more often, to stay longer with us, and we wanted to visit them more often, frequently, multiple times in a year, which was completely difficult while staying in a different continent altogether. Finally, I want to say something that helped us to make this decision smoother, easier, that everything has its pros and cons. Every country has its strengths and challenges. Before moving back, definitely we spent a lot of time thinking about all these. We knew that we would miss the clean air, less traffic, some aspects of work-life balance. Also, we knew what is waiting for us. This youth support system, the family time, and being present for the important moments of our family, having grandparents involved in our son's life. And honestly, I feel no decision in life comes with a guarantee. Many people asked, is this a right decision for our son's future or for our future? And honestly, no one knows that. We can only make decisions based on what felt right today. We can plan for the future, but definitely we can't control it. Life unfolds in its own way. So rather than worrying too much, let's live in the moment. Will there be any challenges? Of course, yes. Every major life decision has its own challenges. But are we happy with our decision? Of course, yes. Yes, we are happy with our choice and excited for the life, whatever is waiting for us here. So thank you all again for all the love, support, comments in our previous video. Whether you agree with our thoughts or not, we truly appreciate that many people cared for us and asked us. We are really thankful to everyone. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try my best to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you once again for watching this video till the end. And if you have already watched till here, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I shall see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye and thank you for watching.